Welcome back, folks, to Let's Replay Lands of Lore, the Throne of Chaos. When last we left off, we'd arrived at the Gorkha swamp from Openwood, and there's a lot of things for us to do. We need to find all the council members who were responsible for the creation of King Richard's Shroud, so that we can eventually unlock the Shroud. Of course, we also need to find King Richard, and assemble the cure that the Droracle had, given us a recipe for, and while we're at it, why don't we go and find the actual Ruby of Truth, because hey, if Richard needed it, apparently it's important. Ooh, loot. Loot behind a locked chest that actually has a trap on it, and I didn't unlock that with Keiran there, but we managed to do just fine. Here is a dagger assassin, and an oil flask. The game likes handing you oil flasks in areas where there isn't a need to use the lantern, which is quite nice. Although, you don't actually need the lantern necessarily, but it's a nice thing to have. Also, there is a funny thing that can happen when you're in the Gorkha.
Cover your nose. Something stinks.
It is sort of related to the swamp gas. It can set you asleep. Now, it doesn't say here that you're asleep. It actually says, I've been slept. Now, I'm not sure if that's going to happen at any point while we're here, but if it does, I'm sure I'll point it out. Resting, by the way, or even clicking the resting button will get rid of that. Also, there's a save slot for this one, because I tried to go a little bit further forward, and something occurred in the recording, so I had to start again. It's only a few minutes in, though. Here is an important location, but we're not going there just yet. We're going to fight this boglight. Because we might as well fight this boglight. There's no real explanation as to what the boglights are, except they're here, they're kind of aggressive, and they seem to leave the Gorkha alone. Although I imagine that's more about coding than anything to do with them having a alliance with the Gorkha. As I said before, by the way, you can attack at any point during cutscenes if the option's there. You can pretty much attack and kill anyone. Not that you'd really want to. This game really doesn't reward you for not being heroic. You don't really gain much most of the time, if any, for taking the more aggressive stance. In fact, normally, being helpful and friendly actually gets you a lot further. And usually costs you very little in the short term, and in the long term gets you a lot more. Here are two more boglights. They only seem to be hitting Keiran right now. Maybe it's because he's the leftmost character. Who knows, because these boglights seem only to be able to be one per square, effectively. So I can only fight one of them at a time. Whereas we've seen enemies that we can fight two at a time. I think the maximum that can actually be fought in any one direction is two. That said, you can be surrounded by multiple enemies, and thus have to fight a lot of them. Here's more spark ready. We'll wait until the next one, though, to use spark. Every little bit does improve your magic, just a little more. I do believe Picard is actually very close to, very close to Mage 4. He does most certainly get a head start when it comes to magic. If you're ak'shel, it doesn't make that much difference, because ak'shel's absolutely fantastic at magic. And actually, with his magic 1, Mage 1 is actually better than Picard at Mage like 3 or 4. Because he can use Spark 4 right away. Admittedly, he uses all of his magic, but he can use Spark 4. And I believe only Michael is actually worse than Keiran at magic. I think Spark 1 uses all of his magic. That is someone you most certainly need to use once to improve his magic in any substantial way. What do we have up here? I don't think there's much. Ah! More boglights! We need to fight more boglights. At some point, Rogue's definitely going to go up again. We're already level 4. Don't remember the highest level I got to when I first played through it. Ooh, 13! That's a nice hit. They're not particularly dangerous enemies, are the boglights. There are much, much nastier ones. There'll also be more that will try to melt away your armor. This area is quite generous in the fact that you could quite easily justify there being the boglights.
This is worse than a flatulent orc.
Oh! Well, I wouldn't actually know that. I suppose you would? Well, you're the expert on that, Bakata, not I. What's down...
What a stench!
What's down here? Well, we can't go that way, not without using magic. Oh, another bug light. Let's actually back... Oh, that one's attacking Bakata. Let's back up here, because if we are where we were, we could have got attacked from the left as well. Positioning... Whoa! 18, not bad. Positioning is important. I know we're trying to hack at things made of ooze with sharp weapons, but we're getting there. I don't think these enemies respawn. I think there is actually an area in Openwood where the enemies actually respawn as well. Just where you appear, there are orcs. I think every time you pass there, you will actually spawn a few more orcs. Now, over there is a... Ooh, over there is a shield. We actually want that. We actually want that, but we don't currently have the space for one. Oh, we do! We do have space. Right. What we're going to want to do is we're not going to want to step forward. I was just about to step forward there. That would have ended badly. We're going to use Freeze 1 here, which is just long enough to grab the shield and move backwards. There's a little bit of leeway. A Dwarvish Buckler. It's not as good as our Kite Shield. It is slightly better than the Buckler, though. So we shall take that. Handy. I'll never say no to loot that's easily accessible like that. Let's have a look. What's down here? Right, there are a number of ways... Ooh, hello! That is a hole in the wall that people have informed me... I never actually knew it. You can actually feed that loot, and it will give you money. I suppose you use that to get money for stuff you wouldn't normally get. But we are going to start having to use freeze to get access to certain areas in the swamp. We are most certainly going to have to use freeze to get access to a few places. There is actually, I think, another... There is definitely another shop, but I don't remember if you need to use freeze to get there. I suppose having Bakata in your party ensures that no matter what you have or haven't trained, you can then use freeze to get around. I wonder what happens if you... don't have freeze. If memory serves, though, the freeze scroll is in the same chest that you get the item for the Droracle, which pretty much means you have to have it. I don't think the game can put you in an unwinnable situation like that. Now, somewhere around here, there is another store, although I'm going to need to find it. Okay, there is an area with another pit that we're not going to try and navigate. There's another pit. And here is... Ooh, just armor lying around! Won't say no to that. It's probably better than what we've got. It's definitely probably better than what Bakata has, if nothing else. It might not be. Note it'll always look like some sort of plate mail, even if it's a jerkin. Let's have a look here. We just need to get past this bog light. There we go. What is it? Glint mail. It is indeed slightly better than what we're wearing, which therefore means that what Bakata is wearing is now a lot better. We can actually hold on to an item in our inventory like this, which is good, because we don't want to get rid of anything we've got right now. We want to hold on to everything. Well, we don't. We want to get rid of most of it, but we want to get rid of most of it in a place where we can actually get a very good deal. We are going to have to get rid of some things at some point. We might have to go back to the Fletcher. But there is another store. I just want to see what offers it will give me before I head out. There is another one of those. I'm pretty sure that links up to... Yes, yes, that does. So that is an entirely separate area.
Oh, Zooks, have you changed your foot clothes lately?
Well, the good news is that Keiran doesn't wear shoes, so it's unfortunately you, Bakata, there. It's definitely not us. Right, there's a little area down here. I believe if we head this way, it will actually give us the exit out. Well, not that way, but the other way. Let's test that. Oh, swamp gas hurt there. Alright, let's use freeze 1 here. And get past very quickly. This, I do believe... Yeah, this leads out. See that there? That is the way out. We do not want to go that way at all. That way is a bad way to go. Because that way leads to the other half of Oppinwood. And the other half of Oppinwood is really difficult at this point. You really want to explore the other part of Oppinwood you start in, and the Gorkha Swamp, before you even think about going to the other part of Oppinwood. Because that part of Oppinwood is horrible. And will most likely get you killed. We actually want to go up there. And have a look that way. Definitely want to have a look this way and see what is beyond this pit. There is an ooze, actually. You see it there? It's right there. We actually want to therefore use Bakata's magic. Definitely want to use Bakata's magic because he has spare. Also, I don't think the game is nasty enough to... I think the game is nasty enough to have you it unfreeze while you're standing on it. Although, I'm not going to test that, but if memory serves, I don't think the game is that mean. Also, there was nothing here except just the just one enemy. Maybe the enemy has something important. I doubt it somehow, but it might. Should be nearly dead. We're missing a lot with the crossbow, that's for sure. We're certainly missing a lot. Let's see. There we go. And we'll rest, because we can't actually get back until we get some more magic. There we go. Okay. Let us use freeze 1. And just get over here. Excellent. Where do we want to go now? There's only one real place we can go, and that's here. I think it links up. So let's have a look, shall we? The worst that can happen is we just explore a new area. You can actually get quite far if you're quick exploring with just freeze 1, which is handy. Now, I don't know what the situation is like round here. But we're going to find out. And we do have an inventory full of stuff. I'm pretty sure even if the certain event happens that I know will happen. Oh, nothing here. Nothing here at all. Okay. So the other shop, rather, I was about to say store, but the other store is actually all the way over there. We sort of need some inventory space, so we've got to head back this way anyway. This is a much larger area than anywhere else we... There we go! Swamp gas! I've been slept. Bakata is just having a quick nap. That's okay, we'll wake him up. If we actually make camp, he'll wake up...
Cover your nose. Something stinks.
If we make camp, he'll wake up when everyone else does. I think this is actually the only place where that effect happens as well. I don't think it happens anywhere else. Now, we've got to be careful. You've always got to be careful here.
That smell could kill.
It definitely set Bakata to sleep. Didn't kill him, though. Alright, we want to go this way. Yeah, the other store is down here. And I hear more enemies. Or at the very least, more swamp ooze. Is it here? It's here! There is a massive area here. Literally just covered in pits. However, freeze 1 should get us past them. Now we want to go here. Ooh. Oh, don't drop the dagger. Want to pick this up.
There's silver coins in here.
Marvellous! Now, here is where we actually want to be. Which is this store here. It is, unlike the Fletcher, this is a more conventional weapons store. And it does sell some pretty nice things.
Welcome to my workshop. Do you desire new arms?
I have plenty, thank you.
A Thomgog jester, is he not?
He only has 4 things for sale. You'll notice one of them is a shield. Let's sell an item first, like this mace.
20 crowns.
Just so we can have some space to look around.
The forge burns gas from the swamp.
That's pretty handy.
Please don't. You'll spoil my aim.
Sorry, what do you have to sell?
An effective defense. 35 crowns.
We'll be back for that.
That is our favorite weapon. 200 crowns.
That is pretty expensive. We might be back for that.
You like that axe? 175 crowns.
Probably won't be back for that.
Perhaps you want that sword. 300 crowns.
We will be back for that. We just need to make a little bit of space. I don't think we need this leather jerkin anymore. What could we sell? Dagger assassin, I guess.
25 crowns.
Only 25 crowns. We just need a little bit of space. Just a little. I think actually we only need to sell one more item. Mace bouncer, just a dagger.
5 crowns.
We'll sell that. And that's pretty much all we need to do right now. It's a nice little workshop you've got here.
Go if you must and have your adventures. My shop anchors me here, or I'd be the first to join you.
Oh, well, it's nice to know that you'd want to join us, but yeah, we definitely do need to go and have our adventures. So yeah, you have to use the freeze spell to even get access to this shop, which is the Blacksmith. Now we just need to use the freeze spell again, just to see what's around here.
Phew.
Now there's an area here that has not a lot in it, but it does have an enemy. And hopefully we're not being flanked. I don't think we are. We'll want to explore the entire map before we actually go and do what we need to do here. There is a quest here, and it involved that area which I said we'd be back to later. We just needed to clear a little bit of inventory space. We definitely needed to clear some inventory space. There are some pretty big areas that we'll need to explore in Lands of Lore. This is not one of them. This is only a single, basically, floor. There are some areas where there are a lot more floors. What's over here? Ooh, a bow. That's a nice thing to find. Is it better than what I've got? I don't know, but I imagine it is. Now, what else do we need to explore? We just need to explore down, actually. So we use Freeze 1. So I'm pretty sure we'll have another use of it. Ooh! A bronze horseshoe! We might actually need that. At some point. And there's nothing over here. So we have now actually explored the entire map, with the exception of one area, which is the area we'll be going to next. That's pretty much everything. It's a pretty large area. Compared to the other areas we've been to, it's big. Use the bow scout for now. The easy way to find out which is better in the long run is to take it to a store and try and sell it. Because unlike the other items in the game, like the actual physical weapons, you can't go to a store and just well, you can't. You just equip it on your inventory and see the attack stats. You have to actually go to a store itself and compare, which we will do. We'll equip this axe just for now, just to show what we can get.
Please, look at my wares. I have only the best for sale.
Now, if we wanted to sell the crossbow, we would get...
250 crowns.
That's a lot.
That will shoot a bolt clear through an orc. 250 crowns.
And it confirms that it's that. Now, what about the bow scout? There it is.
60 crowns.
Not that great.
Goodbye, and come again.
Not that great. We'll stick with the crossbow. And when we come back, folks, we most certainly will go to the final area in this region of the Gorkha Swamp and do the quest. So, I'll catch you next time, folks. and I'll see you then. Later.